Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a rut, that the grind is too much, and the humdrum existence that we go through is just never ending? Well, I know that's how I've felt many a time. But sometimes, things happen that sort of give you a lift and make you think, do you know what? I can as well. And I'm talking about the Winter Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics. I love the normal one as well. And the last few days I've been watching that and thinking to myself, geez, they work so hard in order to get there. If you go to an Olympics, it's 4 years of hard work, 4 years of training when you don't want to, 4 years of putting yourself through the grind as hard as you can on the hope that you're going to actually achieve something special. A lot of them don't. A lot of them get knocked out in the first round. It's amazing, isn't it? All that work to get knocked down would make you feel like a loser, wouldn't it? But you know what? I don't think so. I've been watching it the last couple of days and it's been exciting to watch. And you've got to feel for some of the competitors. I was watching Sunday afternoon or whatever it was, and I saw Lindsey Vonn, the American, crash out in her slalom event or whatever it was. I'm not very good at naming the name of the events, but here's the point. Lindsey Vonn is 41. She's been training for her event for the last 4 years. So she goes out and she's skiing down this slope and she catches a flag and she goes up in the air, comes down, crashes, fractures her leg. That's awful. But you think to yourself, God, all that work. What really got to me, was 2 days before she tore her ACL ligament in her left leg, which is behind the knee. And I'm amazed she competed at all. She had to have a brace on her leg and that. And had her leg been stronger, she may well have not had the accident that she did. But you think 4 years of blood, sweat and tears, and she crashed out. And you think of the things that these sports people put themselves through in order to appear in an Olympics. It's like Julia Kern, the US cross-country skier. I was watching her as well. And one of the stories that came out was that on Christmas Day, she sat outside in the garden and ate her Christmas Day dinner there. And she didn't go in and mix with all her family, just in case she caught a bug, because she's susceptible to bugs and she would miss her chance at going to the Olympics. She was in the women's 20-kilometer skiathlon. And you think about all that she put herself through, including eating your dinner outside on Christmas Day, right? And she came in 24th. All that years of work to come in 24th. All that effort, all that push and grind to get there. And of course, there's also my favourite story of all, and it may be one that you know of. From 1988 it was. I can remember watching it on the telly. Eddie the Eagle. Do you remember him? First British one ever to get into the Olympics at Calgary. He did 2 events, the normal hill and the large hill, and he came bottom in both. But he won over the events of everybody because he was the underdog. The thing about that is he held the British record for ski jumping from 1988 to 2001. So was he a loser? Of course he wasn't. His story's gone so far that they even made a film about him. So why am I talking about these guys? Well, what about you? I'm not asking you to become an Olympic champion or even go to the Olympics. But here's the thing. We all are going on our own little battles and working our way forward. We could all have these little things that we do in our life. It may be in our jobs. It may be starting a new business. It could be anything like that. Or just having a great life. It may be that your most important thing is your family life. But it's too easy for all of us to sit back sometimes and just go through the motions. And what I'm talking about is lifting ourselves up a bit sometimes and going to make something special for our lives. When I was a little boy and when I was younger, I can remember my mum always saying to me that you're not in a battle to beat anybody else. You only need to be the best you that you can be. And there are times, I know I've certainly had it, when things have gone wrong. And instead of trying to be the best me that I can be, I've had one almighty pity party. And I've been the star of the show. And I've been really feeling sorry for myself. And you know what? I'm sure you've done it at times too. And really let myself down. And it's easy to do that because we kind of live a day-to-day existence for most of the time. And we're just putting one foot in front of the other and going through the motions as we live our lives. But you know what? There are times when you think to yourself, I deserve more. I know I do. And I kind of been going through that as well lately. My YouTube channel is an example. For the last 3 to 4 months, it's just done that. And yet I keep turning out the videos and I keep trying. In the same way that you go to your job and you do your best and you keep going and you keep going. And sometimes you don't get recognized. And sometimes you think to yourself, is it worth it? But it is. Because at the end of the day, you know, the only person you need to satisfy is you. I know there have been times in my life when I've really got down on myself and felt miserable about what's going on and just gone through those motions and not really wanted to do anything. But you know what? You can change the direction of your life anytime you want. If you really want to do the things in life that you really want to do, there's nothing to stop you. You just got to change direction and off you go. Maybe it's your own little Olympics. Maybe you want to prove yourself, not to anyone else, but to yourself. Maybe you want to be something better than you think you are at the moment. Maybe, like me, do you ever have those quiet moments when you think to yourself, I'm better than this. I deserve better than this. What's my purpose? Why am I here? What am I doing this for? And you know that deep down there is something inside you that makes you want to achieve more than you are. And it's at times like those when we just have to go, do you know what? I deserve this. And push that bit harder. Because sometimes, you know, the difference can be just that little bit. You could have pushed yourself so far and thought to yourself, I'm never going to get there. This isn't working. And then you push that little bit more and you do that little bit extra. And all of a sudden, whoosh, something happens. And when it does, you feel great because you know you've done that extra step. And your life is worth it. The things that you want in life are worth it. You can go for anything that you want. And even if you don't succeed in it, you'll be a whole lot closer than if you haven't tried at all. You can change that direction anytime you like. Watching the Winter Olympics makes me want to do it every time. So does anything that's competitive. You want to be a winner. But you don't have to be a winner in regards of what the world thinks. It's just about what you think. You can be a winner in your own life. And the only thing you need to do that is just take that extra step. Do that little bit more, especially when you don't feel like it. You deserve everything in life you want, but you ain't going to get it given to you on a plate. You're going to have to make that effort. I know I've made more mistakes than I care to remember, but you can if you just keep going. Whatever it is in your life you want to do, just go for it. It's yours for the taking. And if you look up there, I'm going to try and impart just another little bit of enthusiasm to help you on your way. I'll see you next time.